Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos with Brittany, and today I'm going to be giving you some freshman and high school advice because oh my god, I feel like this is the realest advice I could ever give you. I took my time writing this all down. I have it written down. Everything I wrote down is 100% real. This all happens in high school, and to be honest, this is all from experience, most of it, not all of it. And I'm just gonna stop rambling and get on with the video. So I'm gonna start with the basics and then I'm gonna go with the actual school subject. So yeah, so the first thing is friendships. This is an important one because this will affect your whole school year. So first of all, you want to make sure you don't have a friend that gossips. Let's say you have a friend named Sally and then Timmy wants to be friends with someone, and then Sally's like, oh, let me use advantage of him. So she goes up to him, Sally, and she's like, I know all the school gossip. And then she's like, if you could just become my friend if you want to know all the school gossip. And if Timmy says yes, OMG, you're making the biggest mistake ever, because that will affect your whole life right there. Because, okay, basically, if you tell Sally everything about your life, I guarantee you Sally is gonna tell everyone else, because if she's telling you other people's beef, what makes you sure that she's not gonna say anything about you? Because she told you everything else, and that will affect your life right there. Because if you did something bad and there's somebody that wants to tell, they will kindly tell. They will go up to the dean or whatever, the teacher, I don't know who. They will go up and they will tell them what happened, and then you could get kicked out or something, and that will affect your whole reputation. Because right there, if you get kicked out, it will be on your record, and then how are you going to get into college? Because it all started with Sally. So that's an important one. You need to make sure who you're becoming friends with, because that will affect your life. Preach. To be honest, you shouldn't, like, in my personal experience, do not become friends with someone that wants to talk about drama all day in lunch, because that's something else. Like I said about Sally, even though I don't even know, okay, these are just random people, just in case you guys think these are actual people, because this right here is affecting your whole life. And you never know, years from now people will probably know who you are, because Sally's telling all your beef to other people and they will know. One thing is, do not try becoming popular by changing your whole personality, because that will affect you right there. If you're changing your whole personality just to become popular, you need to rethink about that, because there will be consequences. You just need to stay like yourself, and if people don't like you for who you are, you need to have another friend that's gonna love you for who you are. Because at the end of the day, you can't just all the time you're with someone, you can't just change your personality for them. They need to love you for the way you are personally, because being popular is just a label that people say. Popular in every school is different. You could be like the sweetest person of being popular, or like baddest person of being popular. I don't know how it works in everybody's schools, but I know how it works in my school personally. Also, if somebody decides that they want to be mean to you, oh my god, you're making a mistake, because that's bullying right there. So if they say, oh Tommy, I thought that you were a loser the whole time and I still think that you are, right there, that's a sign that they think that you're a loser and they're only using you to have a friendship. So if you need to think about what you're doing before you become friends with someone, because like I said, there will be many consequences if you really are trying to become popular. And if people are bullying you, cut them off. If you're still friends with them, I don't know what you're doing. You need to cut them off, because at the end of the day, they're gonna keep on embarrassing you in front of people and keep saying mean things and rude things, and you need to ignore them and stand up for yourself. But do not do anything crazy, like do not fight them. If you want to have more friends, just join clubs. It won't be freshmen only. There will be sophomores, seniors, and also juniors. I said that in the wrong order, but it's whatever. And you know, to be honest, that's also another thing. But you need to make sure you're becoming friends with the right person, because like if you have beef with someone, like if you're a freshman and then you have beef with the senior, OMG, when it's time to vandalize your lockers, because they do that in our school, like in the end of the school year before they leave, they vandalize everyone's locker. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to have beef with them, because they will vandalize your locker like crazy, and everybody will stare at you and be like, oh my god, what happened? They will all stand there and look like something big just happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like something else. Like, you do not want to have beef with the senior, and do not like come in with the mindset like, oh, I'm gonna be so popular and everyone's gonna love me in the school, and you just do like a lot of crazy things just for popularity. Because at the end of the day, you're a freshman. When you go to college and then you go to become a doctor or something, I don't know what, it's not gonna matter. Nobody's gonna care that you were popular, because at the end of the day, that was all the way back then. Nobody's gonna care about your popularity back then. They care about now, the future, and what you're doing now, not about popularity. That's something else. Oh my god, I feel like I'm preaching right now. Let's talk about parties now. So yeah, I used to like parties and all. I don't really go to parties anymore because I don't like them. So in parties, people would influence you to do bad things. Not all parties, it's only some. It depends on like where. So there's two types of party. There's a school party and the parties that your friends make that are outside of school, and these are all like high school parties. So you do not want to do something that will impact the rest of your life, and you do not want that to be in your record forever and something that you will regret. When you go to a school party, do not do anything crazy, because there will be teachers there in the parties that I've seen. And outside parties, if somebody like influences you to like smoke or drink or do any of that, ignore them. Because if you really want to smoke or drink just to be cool, you need to think again, because your brain isn't fully developed. And if you drink, oh my god, you do not know what's coming for you. Because if your mom asks the doctor, oh, can you give her a shot to see her liver enzymes, like it's just specifically liver enzymes, if you ask for that and your results are high, you are either smoking or drinking. Not all the time is for smoking or drinking. Like, if you have inflammation, it will be high also. I have a heart here. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I have 2 hearts here. So, oh wow, look at that tan stain. Look at my tan. Okay. Teachers, try becoming the teacher's pet, because if you have a strict teacher and they do not like you, they will do the worst, like just so you can be proven wrong. So that's something you want to do, because it's just something that they would like. They will like, okay, teachers would love improvement. Something else that teachers notice is, at the end of the day, if you come up to them and you're like, oh, I'm really failing in your class, I want my grades to be higher, is there some way you can give me extra credit? They will notice that you're trying, so they will try doing something. But it really depends on your teacher. Once again, do not do anything crazy or stupid like take a video of your teacher, because that will just mess you up there. Because if you take a video of your teacher and then post it on social media, 1, it could go viral, or 2, somebody will tell on you, and both of those ways it'll still end up with the dean or the teacher or someone, and then most of the teachers will know. They will probably they're probably going to be so cautious that they're going to keep staring at you to see that if you're not taking a video of them. So do not do anything crazy like that, because that will affect your life right there. And that's something else, because you could, if it's something really bad, you could get like expelled or suspended. That will be in your record once again, and then college looks at that, and do you really want that to affect your life because you did a video just for popularity and you want to be #savage? Okay, that was nasty. But yeah, one thing you have to do is listen to your teacher, because they like preparing you for the regions. So if you ignore them, you are missing out on a lot of things, and you need to listen to them. Because if you're over here trying to look popular or whatever, I don't know, it doesn't have to be popular, or you just don't want to listen because you're tired, you're bored, you're lazy, I don't know, you don't want to listen to them at all, you're gonna miss something. And if they give you a pop quiz, you're not gonna know anything. And if you're failing his class and that grade you get a 0, oh my god, your grade is gonna go so low. Like, you do not want that to happen at all. The next topic is regions. You need to pay attention in class once again, because the regions is a state test that you take in the end of the school year, and if you do not pass that with higher than a 65, you are going to fail. And if you fail, you're gonna have to go to summer school in August. You're going to have to retake the test again. And sometimes, I don't know if this is when you fail, if you fail the regent, you're gonna be in a class with the freshmen. If you fail it again, the same class, the one that you took in August, you're gonna be with the freshmen again. So you're a sophomore, and depending on the class, so biology, if you failed biology, the regent for biology, it depends what year. So one year you could have one regent, the other you can have 3 regents. So if you failed biology, you're gonna be in that class with freshmen. You're not gonna be with the sophomores taking another subject, because that's something you do not want to happen. Because one, you might think it's embarrassing, so it's gonna be like you're just gonna embarrass yourself. And 2, people, I don't know if they're gonna laugh at you or not, or bully you for it, but if they bully you for that, you need to stand up for yourself. Just say something. Reputation, OMG. Do not be late or absent a lot, because one thing is, if you're late, if you have like a certain amount of latenesses, you cannot get accepted into college. So I know someone that they were late and absent a lot, and they had the best grades ever. They just weren't in school a lot. They didn't get accepted because of that reason, because they're like, oh, they're looking at this and they're like, oh, I could get that spot to somebody else, because if they're going to be absent a lot, what's the point? So you do not want that to happen, because then they will not look at it. So you need to take advantage and try coming to school the most. And if you're absent, you need to give a doctor's note or something, depending on where you were. I don't know where you guys will be, but you have to give a note, because then the school admission will see that, oh, it wasn't something like, oh, I'm lazy to go to school or something like that. Because they will see them, they'll be like, okay, I need a note. And if they don't have a note, then we're just gonna have to put note like they were just being lazy. And try not to get as much demerits. Demerits is like, I guess, like a punishment, you could say. And yeah, do not try getting a lot, because that will also be in your record. The policy. Okay, this is another important one, because if you don't have, like, if you're not in school code, like in the school's dress code, like you could be in a public school that they let you wear clothes, like random clothes, and you do not, like, they tell you you cannot wear a crop top, and that's the first thing you wear, that will get you in trouble. Or if you go to a Catholic school and you're not wearing your uniform and you give whatsoever no reason, that's another one. For public school, I feel like there's not much of an excuse. But if you go to a Catholic school and you're like, you have like a doctor's note that you have to wear it because of something you have, or like you don't have your uniform because you either left it somewhere or something happened, like juice spilled on it, that's something else. Like, try having the most uniform you could have on. Like, let's say juice spilled on your shirt, like, just wear a different shirt, just leave the skirt on that you have for your school uniform and your school sweater or blazer, because I have to wear blazer. You could get like a dress code violation, and that can also go in your record. So that's something you want to not do, and because if you do that, that'll mess you up. All of this is gonna mess you up if you don't listen to this true advice right here. Another one is physical education, because you guys are probably like, why is physical education so important? It is important because basically, if you do not do sports and physical education, you're like, oh, I'm lazy, or something, just you have a reason, you don't want to do it, that counts as a grade also. So that will make your grade lower. If you have like an 80 in physical education, that will make your report card lower. So that's something you need to work on, and you need to keep on trying to bring up. So if you like, it's different. If you have like a medical problem, it's different. But if you're just lazy and you don't want to, and if you left your uniform, they will also drop your grade down. But if you have like a medical problem, that's completely different. One thing also, I was talking about how you can make friends in clubs. Another thing also is that you can make a club with your friend. You just need a group of friends, and then you need to get approved by a teacher or someone. Like, you can make a club if you want to. You could get creative with the club, so you should do a club and go for it. Do not care what anyone has to say, just go for it. Grades is another one, because obviously this is one of the most important ones. It's not only that. So if you pass your regent but you don't have your grades high enough, it doesn't matter, you're still gonna go to summer school if your grades are not high enough. So if you have low grades now, what you should do is basically you should you should find the friend that will help you. You could be like, hey, can you help me? Or ask the teacher for help and ask them if you could stay after school or something like that. And if you don't want to stay after school, honestly, just ask one of your friends that are good at the subject during lunch or anytime, or they can help, like they can go home with you after school and help you with the subject. Conversation is another one. If you are usually trying to make a friend once in a while, a conversation starts with like, oh, hey, how are you doing? What's your name? Where are you from? All of that. See, if somebody tells you that you're shy, do not listen to that, because I have gotten that so much in my life. Oh, you're shy. Oh, you're shy. Shyness is just a label that people call you. That's a shell that you need to break so people do not think that you're shy. Because if people think that you're shy, then that's something that you're gonna start calling yourself, and that's just a label. That doesn't mean anything. That's just like a stage of awkwardness that you don't know how to, like, you don't know what to say. It's not really being shy. Like, it's just like a label, like I said, and you don't want people to call you shy. So honestly, you should go for it. I learned that. If you look at my first video, I was talking really low, and if you see now, I'm talking way louder because I have built my confidence high enough to do this video. And if you notice, I'm talking way louder than my first video. My first video, OMG, I was talking so low. I will put a clip of my video right here of me talking in my first video, and then there's me talking right now. So I'll leave the clip right here. My name is Britney. I'm 14 years old and I live in New York. And then there's me now. So look at the difference. Just express yourself when it comes to conversations. Trust me, you could come a long way. You can come from being the shyest little tiny girl to the wild crazy girl. Because I remember when I was little, I never used to talk. I used to be scared, and then I started talking, and now I talk a lot. So videos are another reason why they're perfect for me, because I talk a lot. So there's me talking right now. Just overcome what people call you. They call you a certain title like shy or something. Ignore them. Like, if you're gonna think that's what you are, like I always thought I was shy because people called me shy. And people say, oh, you always smile when you're shy. Right now, okay, yeah, it's not being shy. It's being like awkward or nervous. It's not really shy. And like I said, overcome what people are naming you. If you haven't noticed, most friendships start with words like, do you like pizza? Oh my god, you're so pretty. Hey, what's your name? Oh, like it comes like with these tiny words, it builds a friendship. Like, hey, you're pretty, this and that, and then your friendship automatically starts. Like, if you haven't noticed. Another thing is talk when you're in school, because if you're not comfortable for where you sit because people are talking and they're always telling you, oh, give me the answers, automatically change your seat. And it's annoying because people try doing that with me, and it was just like, I don't want this anymore for myself. So something you need to do is talk, because it's showing that you're like trying to focus on your studies and not listen to what people are saying or asking you for your answers. Because when people ask you for your answers, they're gonna take advantage of you, and if they take advantage of you, they're gonna tell everyone, oh, look, she gives the answers to me, so maybe she'll help you out. Do not give the answers to anyone, because at the end of the day, what's happening, you're giving the answers, like I said. And if you do not want to give the answers, do not just be like, I'm sorry, but I don't want to give it to you. Just say that. Of course, you want to decorate your locker and make it look cute, but one thing you do not want to do is leave it disorganized. And I've learned that the hard way, because once I threw all my papers in there because I was like, oh, the school year is almost coming to an end. And if you lose an important paper, that's gonna be the end of you, because if they can't print out that paper again because they don't have the files anymore or whatever, that's gonna be really hard to even get back. So something you want to do is keep organizing your locker, because at the end of the day, you do not want to lose something that will depend on your whole life. Studies. So basically, if you have a scholarship, one thing you do not want to do is lose that scholarship because you like mess up your reputation by doing something bad. Or also, just make sure your grades are high enough, because if they're not, they're going to take away that scholarship, and then you can't pay for the school if you don't have enough money for it. So that's something you want to focus on also. Scholarships are important if you want to graduate, if like that school. And something that's okay, like it's important, bring highlighters, because it helps with your studies. It really depends on your teacher, because if your teacher does not like highlighters, do not do it, because they're gonna get like annoyed by it. But you want to bring highlighters, highlight. And If you want to pass your test, these are 2 tips that can help you. Either chew gum or eat chocolate, because they help you to memorize things, and chocolate like helps with your energy and also like to memorize things. And if you chew the same gum that you're gonna take on the test, not the same exact gum, but like the same gums but like a different wrap, like one gum that day and then you take it in the test, it'll help. But I'm not sure about that one, because some teachers, like the schools, don't really like you bringing gums because you will put it under the desk. So you know, that's, and just be organized, do all your homework, and you need to do your labs because that's important for your regions, like your science regions and stuff like that. And yeah, so these were all my tips and tricks for school. If you're starting school or you're just like in the middle of the school year already and you just want to get better with things in life, like your friendship or with school experience, like your studies or something else like influencing and stuff like that, do not let anybody tell you what to do. Like I said, I hope you guys make me a promise and do not let them influence you, because that will affect your whole life. Like I said, was from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year, have someone that will help you, not influence you to do bad things, because it's not, they're not bad, the people that are influencing you to do things, but you just don't want that reputation for yourself. So if you want to see more videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below some ideas I should do for my next video, because I thank you guys so much, because you guys were telling me to do this and then I did. So like I said, you guys should just give me some suggestions down below, and you know, I will just do what you guys say, because I think that the ideas that you guys give me are great. And if you want to see more videos like this, like I said, like this, comment, and subscribe. And love you guys. Bye.